Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever any of you may be in the world. Hope you're doing well. Garry Turner here. Possibility Expander is my self-titled role here today. Why? Because we're trying to expand possibility, people. Trying to get beyond the conditioning, the stories, the narratives that have brought us to the edge of some pretty big challenges, politically, environmentally, and in the workplace. And this game I made up some time ago, I'm shuffling a couple of packs of cards, is called Decolonising Our Mindsets Through Generative Listening. Snappy, I know, a really interesting title, I know, but let me come back to that. If you want to find out more about the work going forward for myself, my side platform is at possibilityexpander.substack.com. There's podcasts, writing. We're also going to be building community, particularly for leaders within the extractive sectors. Those extractive sectors are like mine within chemicals, pharmaceutical, food, the global supply chain that wraps all of that, big oil, energy. And what we're looking to do is create spaces for human beings to come together that are leading people, leading themselves within these extractive industries, and really a place for them to give themselves permission to slow down, to stop, to breathe, to collect their thoughts, and to really review and interrogate some of the bigger challenges that our industries are part of, contributing to, and with the aim of trying to reimagine better, more connected, more inclusive longer term. But back to the game. The game today, Decolonising Our Minds Through Generative Listening. I'm going to be picking genuinely 2 cards at random. One card is going to be from the decolonialfutures.net with or without modernity cards. The other is going to be from my dear friend and teacher of the thinking environment from Nancy Klein, the wonderful Jane Adshead Grant. You can see at the bottom there, the listening deck for listening principles, listening biases, listening skills, the wonderful listening deck from Jane Adshead Grant, the listening coach. I just had this random idea a year or so ago that what would happen if we picked 2 cards at random. So I'm going to let you know what's going to happen. 2 cards at random. I'm just going to shuffle again. The Decolonial Futures pack with without modernity on the desk, flipped it over, cut it in half, and interesting. In what ways could you be operating from the body memory of traumatic experiences? Again, in what ways could you be operating from the body memory of traumatic experiences? I've been speaking a lot in the last several months, and even this week, around the fact that we are so conditioned to live above the neck. I couldn't ask for a more interesting randomly picked card than that one this week. Where in our body might we be holding trauma from being, from younger life, previous experiences, and how may that be informing how you show up and how you operate in the world? That's the question from decolonialfutures.net. Let's give this a shuffle. Again, the listening deck from Jane Adshead Grant. On the desk, drop it, cut it in half, and eliminate distractions. Turn off your notifications, conceal your phone, close your laptop to allow you to listen more generatively, more deeply. So when we put these 2 cards together, people, what do we have? We have eliminate distractions, and we have in what ways could you be operating from the body memory of traumatic experiences? Now, when I bring those 2 things together intuitively, what pops up for me is, and my invitation to you today is, in what ways do you allow distraction to stop you feeling? In what areas of your life may you be suppressing emotion? May you be not engaging with a previous experience or a feeling? Maybe some element of harm that you've experienced, or maybe you've harmed somebody else. But to what extent could you be operating from body memory of traumatic experience, and in which ways could distractions be stopping you healing or dealing with such trauma? If you're watching this live or watching this back, I'd love to get your thoughts, feedback. If you're brave and courageous, drop in the comments an experience for you? How does this resonate for you? How does it challenge you? How might it open up new possibility for you to move forward in your life, in your career, and in the world? But why these cards are so important in particular are, you know, as a white guy talking about decolonial cards, it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about the systems, it's the power structures that we are all suffocating under today, which is why we're reaching the brinks of environmental and social collapse. Workplace Western capitalism isn't working for the masses. There's reasons for that, because we're all under a colonized mind, every single one of us. No judgment there. And this game is one way, one invitation for you today to get curious beyond that conditioning, eliminate the distractions. In what ways could you be operating from body memory of traumatic experience? An invitation in your own time. Take a breath, reflect on that. Is there a past experience of your life that did cause you some element of trauma and that you're suppressing dealing with that by allowing distractions to get in the way of dealing with that healing that could allow you then to see the world in more technicolor, in more diversity, more inclusive ways than maybe you do today? Is an open invitation, an open question. So I'm going to look to do this. That's my phone pinging. I'm going to look to do this every week where I possibly can on a Thursday at midday lunchtime. This game will continue to be played. I would love to invite any guests if you want to come and join me, because the cards are one thing. The exploration as to how we read those cards, what difference it could make in terms of our own unlearning journeys and relearning journeys could be really interesting. But until next time, do subscribe at possibilityexpander.substack.com. If you're interested in this idea of community, do let me know. It would be a paid community, but it would not be an expensive community. It's a place for extractive industry leaders to come together to share, to learn, to grow, to slow down, to stop, and to really invite ourselves and one another to reimagine from a place of possibility, to expand possibility, and not just keep doing all of the same business as usual, because we know that's not going to help us or the generations to come. Take care, go well, look forward to seeing you soon.